Hello Pickles and welcome back to another episode of Evermoor. So we're back here in my Japanese bathhouse changing room area. So this is the interior that Lilith built for me. So thank you very much, Lilith, for building that. That helped out a great deal. But also, I think Cortez has built a couple more trees here. So we did talk about this during the collab that we did, and I did say that he was allowed to build some trees here. Because I probably wouldn't get time. And that is the case. I don't always have time to do stuff. So we still have stuff that we need to finish off here, though, that I'd like to get done. Namely, I want to finish off another hot pool here, where all my storage is, which we need to collect. And I want to finish off around the back here in the path up there. We will do that, eventually. Not today, though. We have got another project on for today, and that is to finish off with our gunpowder collection and rocket making, because we obviously need something for our wings because we fly everywhere on this server. So we're going to meet back over at the farmstead. Yes, for this episode we are going to be over here today at the farmstead, back where we had kind of started a new area, I guess, from our kind of what was supposed to be a woodland elf kind of themed build over there, which we're going to do some more work on as the series goes on anyway. I kind of want to come back home, kind of finish off areas that we haven't quite finished, and kind of, yeah, you know, ramp up the builds and kind of make things look a bit more kind of set in scene. Anyway, we are over here because probably the last episode I did on Evermoor before we did the challenge was I built this windmill that collects gunpowder, which you would have seen in the last episode. You've seen that. If you didn't catch that, we did a massive Japanese build with everybody on the server, and it was really good fun. Go check that out. And once we finished building this, the plan was to build some silos to grow the sugarcane, so that we have the gunpowder, we have the sugarcane, we can make rockets, which then means we can fly around the server better and not run out of rockets, so that we can do other builds and we're not short on supplies. So that's the plan for this episode. I'm going to go and collect materials, and then we're going to get this silo built. So I've got my list of building materials up on the screen, as you can see in the bottom right hand corner. And one of the main materials that we need is mud bricks. So we're going to need some mud. Now, I think the best way to do this is to build a mud farm. So that's going to kind of semi-automatic, and it will kind of help us collect mud a lot quicker. And I'm going to build that here. Now, for that build, I am going to need a few stacks of stone, and I'll probably need some for the silos anyway. We are going to need some, yes, we need some mangrove for the roof. So I'm going to take some of those. We're going to grab some bone meal, and I'll grow that. So that's kind of a few of the resources that we're going to need. Redstone is over here in this box. Well, I've just found out where all my dirt is. That's a bonus. That's a bonus. So couldn't find the redstone, so I've come down to my mine, and I'll grab a bit this way. I don't need too much, so that could possibly be enough. 36, I think that'll do. Just for now, anyway. So, first of all, as always, a little bit of landscaping. We can use all this dirt later, because I'm going to need to do some terraforming for the silos. So, first off, we need some wood, because we need to build a chest, and we're going to need wood for the roof anyway, which is going to be the mangrove. So, I thought I'd try something out which you can do with the 2x2 pine trees. But they're not called pine trees. That's what I call them. They're called spruce trees. So normally 2x2 spruce trees, if you plant a sapling or your saplings in a 2x2 grid, and then you fire an ender pearl up in the air, which is one of these, and then quickly bone meal it, by the time the tree has grown, your ender pearl has hit maximum height, and then you land on the top of the tree, and it's easier to mine down. We're going to try that with a mangrove and see if it works. I am intrigued. I'm just going to take some of these. I'm going to put those in here. Right, so what we don't want to do is we want to stand here, fire our ender pearl up in the air, and then quickly grow the mangrove tree, and then we land in it. And this just means that we've got to the top of the mangrove tree so that we can mine it down a lot quicker, because these things can be a bit fiddly to mine. Honestly, that was still fiddly, and I still don't know if I've got everything. I think maybe if I had like efficiency beacon and a hoe with efficiency 5 on it, then possibly that would have been a good idea. I think I've missed a bit of wood there as well. But hey, it got me to the top of the tree, which I could probably done with wings and a rocket anyway. But there we go. That's one way of chopping down this tree. Do what you will with it. I came over here where I farmed my spruce wood and I found my travel bed. Start with a double chest. Then we had some redstone, a couple of dispensers. Then we had our water. And all that's left to do, fill this up with dirt. Take a little bit for myself. And I think I put that in my offhand. Put my mud mover into my main hand. And if we crouch here. Now this shovel might be a bit too powerful. We're going to find out. Oh, we forgot something. This is supposed to have some redstone on it so that we can get some more dirt back out. So we'll take one of those. We will check that chest as well, though. So we put a bit of redstone on here. Now, every time we do this, it fires another bit of dirt out. And look, in our offhand, we don't lose any dirt. And I think it is changing. We have forgotten something, though. We need to put a couple of blocks. Put one there. We'll break that one. And then we put one up here. So that will stop the bottles flying out the top. And if we look in here, 23 mud. So I think that will work now. So we'll put the 26 back in there. And then we'll try again. So we'll stand here, crouch here, place. It's firing the bottles. And the water bottles are going through, as you can see in the top right-hand corner of the screen. This will do a 9,000 mud per hour. Okay, so don't mind this just decaying over here in the background. We had to get some more of the mangrove wood, but I've done a fairly simple roof here. I don't want it to be a bit. I don't want it to be too extravagant. Might have to do a bit more here just to close this up, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Might even just be a case of carrying this stone andesite and stone brick all the way up to the roof there. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. But we have managed to encase our mud farm. And if we come in here, I'd just like so. And here is our mud farm here. So we can just get to work with kind of doing all the mud bits as we do. And there's our mud there. So we can then turn that with the help of our trusty wheat farm over here. I knew I built it for a reason. It wasn't just for aesthetics. Yeah, our trusty wheat farm over here, we can kind of harvest all the wheat, and then we can use the wheat to make the mud into packed mud, to make packed mud bricks, which then means we can now kind of collect those on our shopping list. I will carry on collecting my materials, and then we might get to do some building. So, area terraformed, resources gathered. There's only one thing left for it. That's the build.
What does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations.